right, so this is episode 1 of the Bearded Bootcamp, which is gonna be like a 40-day vlog of different training regimes, mainly running because I signed up for the Berkeley Half on February 27th. So that's like literally 41 days out. So mainly gonna be training. I put together a schedule here. I just throw it up on Notion. So Sunday, January 30th, my coach arrives. He's gonna be staying with me. That's really kind of when boot camp starts officially, but started already, you can see down there. Then February 5th, my birthday. Every year I run the number of kilometers as my age. So I'm turning 25, so that means 25 kilometers. And we're also going to Yosemite, so that'll be a fun run. Then Sunday, February 13th, got a 10-kilometer trail race that I'm going to be doing with my coach. Then February 19th, bike to Sausalito. February 27th is the Berkeley Half Marathon. And then Sunday, March 5th is when my coach leaves. A couple things I'm probably going to do every single day, or try to do every single day. Drink a lot of water. So when I wake up, I want to down like a liter immediately. Throughout the day, end up having about 3.5 to 4 liters. The workouts are going to be changing, but it's going to be primarily running 5 days a week, let's say. And then yoga every other day, meditation / breath work. I want to do that every day. So I think, a combination of these things are going to be very fun to document. We're going to start off the day with meditation and breath work. I like to use 2 apps. One is Calm, and then the other is the Wim Hof method app. So Calm is great just for like a 10-minute meditation, and then we'll transition into the breathwork stuff, which is more kind of fun and entertaining. I'm gonna go ahead and start this daily Calm, and I'll be back in 10 minutes. That was a great session. All right, next we're gonna do Wim Hof. But I took off the headphones because the fun part about Wim Hof is also hearing his voice. The breathing technique that we're going to do it's called 3-part breath. It's where you breathe into your belly and then chest and then out. So 3 parts to it. We're going to do 30 breaths of that. And then after the 30th breath, we breathe out all the air. And then we hold our breath for as long as we can. And that's 1 set. So we're going to go for 3 sets of that.
Breathe in.
All right.
Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. In. Out. Into the belly. Into the chest and let go. Breath hold from now on. Let the body do what the body is capable of doing. Be aware of your heartbeat. 1 minute, take a deep breath in and hold. Breathe in.
That was set number 1. Now it's set number 2.
Breathe in. 2 minutes. Breathe in.
Now
Breathe
round
out.
3.
Breathe in, letting go. Just keep on. Move your body bit by bit, starting with your fingers and your toes. Thanks for your time, and I wish you a good night, or a good day, and a good life.
1 liter done for today. Breath work and meditation is all complete. I'm feeling great, calm, leveled. Now we're gonna go for our run, 12 kilometers. I'm gonna try to do more zone 2 type training, which I'm learning more about. How early did you get there?
Not early enough. I got there with like 30 minutes to go, 45 minutes. I should have been there like an hour and a half probably.
What is zone 2 training? It's essentially a form of steady training within your heart rate zones. Zone 2 specifically builds your aerobic capacity. And so what does that mean? It improves your ability to maintain a faster pace and also endurance, which is, what we're going for here. This is the basic formula to calculate zone 2 or other zones. The 3 things you need are your heart rate max, and you can estimate that by taking 220 and subtracting that by your age. So I'm gonna be 25 soon, so that ends up being my heart rate max of 195. Then you want your resting heart rate. This is just on my Apple Watch. I wear this daily, so I can know it's pretty accurate for the most part. And then the third thing you need to know is your percentage of training zones. This is zone 2, which is 60 to 70% of your heart rate max. So the formula ends up being heart rate max, subtract your resting heart rate, multiply that by the percentage of your heart rate max plus your resting heart rate. So 195 subtract 46, multiply that by 60 to 70%, which is zone 2 level, and then add my resting heart rate. And that means my zone 2 training level is 135 to 150. So what this means is during my workouts, during my runs, I ideally want to stay between that 135 and 150 heart rate. So one of the ways to get an accurate measurement of all this is to wear a chest heart rate monitor. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Polar one. I've heard good reviews in terms of it being the most accurate, and they've got this at REI. So after my run, that should be ready. We'll go ahead and pick that up, and then tomorrow we'll have a more accurate reading. But for today, I'll just use the data I get on the Apple Watch. One thing I like to do before my runs is work on some feet mobility stuff, because I run a lot. That just involves what you'll see right now. Rotations on the ankle, 10 times one way, 10 times another. Another one is holding at your heel and the front of your foot and just twisting back and forth 10 times. And then another one is just making sure these are nice and loose, the toes. Another thing I do when I stretch is focus on the area that I'm stretching and really like breathe into that area. You'll notice a crazy difference. Two and a half miles in, heart rate is sitting around 137 to 145. I hit 150 a couple times just for a bit going uphill, but for the most part, been under. All right, finished the run. Let's see. Okay, so average heart rate 143, so within threshold, which is good, but it's hard to stay consistent outside because of one, weather, and then also like elevation gains. So I think I was just listening to a podcast with Peter Attia, and he was just saying, like, to get true zone 2 training, you want to be like indoors in the same consistent environment, which is why people either do it on a tread or on a bike. Makes sense, but I don't have either, so my zone 2 training is going to be outside. I'll try as hard as I can to keep it within my zone 2 threshold. I think it'll be fine, but feeling great. 2 liters done for the day. This is pretty cool. So I just threw up the run, synced it with Strava. They've got their own kind of calculation here. 95% of the current run was in zone 2, which is awesome. Just got back from REI, and here it is. The Polar H10, I think is what it's called. Yeah, the H10 Heart Sensor. So this is gonna strap right on my chest. Okay, here's the strap. And here's the device itself, and looks like we get some instruction manuals here. weird. Let me take that off. This is polar. Let's put this on the strap here. So it's easy as clipping on like that. So this is supposed to go around my chest. All right, I think the fit is snug. So I'm just in my Bluetooth settings on my Apple Watch, and I'm gonna scroll down, and you see it notices the polar. Tap on that and get it paired. And then on my watch, the light should be off. It should be pulling it from the polar now. You see, no light. Okay, so this is what dinner is. Mushroom, onion, and tomatoes with some jasmine rice. And air fried, we got a salmon. Dinner is served. So we got the rice mixed with the mushrooms, mixed with the tomatoes, mixed with the onions, then some avocado and a salmon. This is my first time cooking this. Hopefully it's good. Pretty good. All right, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. It's now 9 p.m. I'm going to edit this video and maybe post it tomorrow. That's all for episode 1.